The old school model of agencies charging you $1,000 to $2,000 a month to run home service ads for you is dead. Because with all the new AI tools plus Meta's new AI-powered creative targeting algorithm, they basically do the majority of the old school agency's job for free. And today I'm going to show you exactly how this works. This is the AI-powered setup that I use and built in all of my businesses and all of the Home Service Accelerator Pro businesses that completely ruined the old school agency's model. This is how we consistently get high quality leads. We build brand at the same time in our markets while generating those leads. And it also allowed me to scale past 7 figures a year in sales at really good net profit margins. So let's get right into it. So if you want to replace an ad agency, you have to understand how the ad agencies work. And how the ad agencies work is they're using AI tools now to give you your scripts. And so back in the day, the ad agencies used to do 3 things. They used to target for you. They used to do these crazy settings where they targeted people by interests. They targeted people by behavior online, all of these things. That's completely gone. So the targeting settings are gone now. Everything's just AI powered, creative based on the Meta side. Number 2, they used to copyright for you. So what they used to do is they used to sit there and write out the full script that you would say for every single ad. And they would also write out exactly what the text on the ads would say now. I can promise you 99.9% of agencies you sign up for now are building your scripts using AI. And then the third thing they used to do was they would generate still image creative for you, or they would edit videos for you using like Adobe Premiere or some archaic video editing software. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. If those are the 3 things that the old school agencies used to do, you now have the ability to do all 3 of those things leveraging AI tools, either Meta's AI algorithm, which is just how all the ads are run now, or utilizing LLMs or AI tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Manus, Grok, all the other ones you want to use. Let's hop onto my screen share and I'll show you guys exactly how I prompt an AI to do the copywriting for me. So I use Manus AI. That's my favorite AI for a variety of different reasons. I do not use ChatGPT at all. I use a little bit of Gemini, but for the most part, 99% of the time, I use Manus for stuff like this and Claude for the majority of the other stuff. So for the sake of writing these scripts and training a really good AI chatbot, I'm going to use Manus. So here's exactly how I prompt it and I start training it going forward. So I prompt Manus and say, write me a compelling Facebook ad script for my permanent lighting business in Scottsdale, Arizona. Follow this format. First thing you say is you call the location we run ads. This is an ad in Scottsdale, Arizona. Then you introduce myself as the owner, give it my name, Steve Hunsaker. You talk about what we do specifically and what we do well. You talk about why we're different. You give a strong offer at the end, like a discount of some form, and then you give them a CTA. So this is the key in training any AI. Ask me 5 clarifying questions before generating these results. If you don't ask the AI to do that, it will give you terrible results. So now it gives me the questions. It says, what's your business name? What makes your installation or product different than competitors? Who's your ideal customer? What's the expiring offer? What's your preferred call to action? I answer all of these here. Boom, 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 boom. Give it the offers, and then it goes and it thinks and it creates this script. So I'm just going to read you the script as it generated with no changes. Attention Scottsdale homeowners and business owners. I'm Steve Hunsaker. I'm the owner of Valley Premier Lighting. We specialize in custom permanent exterior lighting that looks incredible year round. Whether you want to highlight the architectural beauty of your home, celebrate the holidays without ever climbing a ladder again, or drive foot traffic to your business with eye-catching displays, we do it all, and we do it all flawlessly. And here's what makes us different. We're a local, family-owned business, and in fact, our sister company is the largest residential Christmas light installation company in the entire valley. We bring that same level of expertise to permanent lighting. Plus, every single installer on your property is a dedicated W-2 employee of ours. We never contract out our work to subcontractors, which means you get unmatched quality control and peace of mind. And right now, we're running a special promotion. If you book this installation by the end of this month, we'll give you $200 off your entire project. Don't wait until our schedule fills up. Click the Get Quote Now button below to get started, redeem your $200 off coupon, and let's light up your property today. That is the first time I am reading this script out. I don't think I would change anything from that. Like, that's a great first script. And the beauty of this too is it also gave me copy and paste ready ad copy to put in there. The only things I would change is I would delete the double dashes, which are these things right here, because everybody knows that's AI. But the ad copy is money. And then boom, now you have it. Now I can have it generate me new ones, generate me different ones, but then I can also do this. Make me another variation, but make it a lot funnier. Like, make this a humorous approach. So it's thinking, but Jake, my videographer, as this is thinking, informed me that funnier is not a word. So after a quick Google search, he is correct. Anyway, the AI is smarter than that, it knows. So I learned something today, but here's the funny ad. And the beauty of this is like it also gives you like visual prompting to like get the creative mind going. You don't need to do that, but it does exist. So this one's like, Scottsdale, put down the ladder, step away from the tangled ball of despair. I'm Steve Hunsaker, the owner of Valley Premier Lighting, and I'm here to save your weekends and possibly your marriage. That is a very good hook. Now, you guys get the point of this. I'm not going to keep going. This is what the agencies used to charge all of that money for. And so now with 2 prompts and a little bit of help from AI, I have 2 fully written out ad scripts and ad concepts that I'm ready to go film, right? So what the agency used to do and charge a lot of money for is gone. Now, let me be clear. There are agencies that will do a lot of this for you and maybe slightly better than you can do it yourself. But the issue is until your business is doing like $1 million a year, you're not going to get a strategy focused agency or a really aggressive creative testing focused agency. You're going to get an agency that is doing exactly what I show you here, but charging you $1,000 or $2,000 a month. The good agencies go from anywhere on like one platform, $1,500 a month, absolute minimum if they're really good, all the way up to like $2,000, $3,000 plus a month for multiple platforms, and even up to like $5,000 or $6,000. And so the reason for that is the good agencies are going to be better at doing this, but if your business is doing less than $1 million a year, the results you're going to get alone are going to be neck and neck with the $1,000 a month agencies. So why are you paying them when you can do this? And so the shift with AI in the last year or 2 has completely changed the way you generate leads. But if you're tired of figuring this out alone, and you want like a little bit more custom one-on-one help, you can join Home Service Accelerator Pro. There's a link in the description at the top. What we do there is we don't charge you a monthly fee to do it. We charge you one time, and then we teach you or your staff how to set these up perfectly, how to set them up in Ads Manager, how to script properly, more in depth here, and then we go over a little bit of strategy with you, and we record all of the calls we give you and build AI-powered SOPs to give you and your team so you can always go back to these and do them yourself. So if you want to join Home Service Accelerator Pro and that sounds interesting to you and getting a little bit more one-on-one help, click the link in the description and in the pinned comments and you can apply there. But let's move on to number 2. And number 2 is simply about unit economics. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're doing $20,000 a month. And so if you're doing $20,000 a month, typically you're going to want to allocate 10 to 15% of your revenue to marketing. So if you're a $20,000 a month business, that means that if you're spending 10% on advertising, you're going to have a $2,000 a month budget. This is why that fails when you add an agency in to run the Facebook ads. Let's say the agency is charging you $1,000 a month. So if you now, as a business owner, have $2,000 a month to spend, and the agency is going to charge you $1,000 to run your ads a month, that leaves you with $1,000 to actually put into the Facebook ad machine to run the ads. So on a 30-day month, that means that $33 a day are going to ads and $33 a day are going to the agency fee. But if you use AI and remove the agency fee because it doesn't make sense based on the percentages of where your business's sales are at, you've now got rid of that agency fee and now you have $66 a day to spend on ads. What do you think is going to perform better on an algorithmic, creative-based advertising platform like Facebook? $66 a day dumped into your creative, or $33 a day with an agency doing it for you, but they're using the same AI tools you are. The math is really simple. So let me be clear. Facebook ads is not about targeting settings anymore. It's not about picking the right audiences. It's about making compelling creative that gets the right people in your market. In a lot of your guys' cases, homeowners that make a certain amount of money, that live in a certain type of houses, see your creatives, they resonate with them, and then they take action. And then the algorithm goes and finds a way to show more people like that the ads. So there's no targeting anymore. So let me put nuance to this, because as the channel's gotten bigger, there's a lot bigger businesses. If your business is doing $100,000 a month, you probably want to pay the agency. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it's just like, I've talked about this on the channel. I don't think all agencies are bad. I think the economics behind when people hire agencies force them into agency partnerships with people that suck too early. But if you're doing $100,000 a month, you're managing multiple people, multiple trucks, multiple teams, and then paying an agency $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month is nothing. So if you're doing $100,000 a month, at the same math, 10 to 15%, you want to spend $10,000 to $15,000 a month on advertising. Let's say you want to be aggressive and you want to spend 15% of your sales back into advertising to keep it growing. So you have a $15,000 a month budget. Well, if you have a $15,000 a month budget and you want to pay a top-notch agency to run Google pay-per-click ads for you, Facebook ads for you, whatever, if the agency is charging you $3,000, you're still left with $12,000 of that budget to go into the machine. That math makes sense. That's a normal agency retainer at that point. So if you have a $15,000 budget, $3,000 is going to the agency, $12,000 is going into the ad machine, that's where you buy back your time with leverage, and it makes sense. And so I don't think all the agencies are bad. I think that very few business owners that are at that 10K, 20K, 30K, maybe even 40K a month range don't know their numbers well enough to realize how much that agency is actually costing them versus the value that they're getting compared to adding a little bit of friction into their lives, learning how to do it themselves, but getting a lot more profitable on the back end. So now I'll put my money where my mouth is and look at my ad set that's running right now for Scottsdale and Paradise Valley. Look, it's the 2 zip codes I want in Phoenix and then Paradise Valley proper and Scottsdale proper. The audience size is pretty small, 276,000 to 324,000. That's exactly what I want. But look at where my targeting settings are. Spoiler alert, there isn't, because the only thing that is finding people is the well-converting creative, and then it's finding more people there. I'm not controlling placements. I'm not doing anything crazier like that. That's all it is. And so that's just a live campaign right now that has no targeting settings. We're not targeting people interested in Balenciaga. We're not targeting people interested in Land Rover. We're not targeting homeowners and income levels and anything like that. The creative does the heavy lifting for you now. The third thing is you need to add a couple ads that are testimonial style. And so once the AI finds your initial audience with creatives, it'll start to learn pretty quick. And when you can put in some testimonial style, interview style ads on top of the other creatives I talk about, you can start to build a lot of subconscious trust with the audience because you're not the one talking about how great you are. Your paying customer is also talking about how great you are after they paid you. And so it's a really, really strong piece of social proof. And so if you want an example of that, you can go to my own Instagram page and click the pinned post at the top. And it's a testimonial style ad of us interviewing a paying customer. So here, check it out. We're here with the Fraley family. I wanted to ask you guys, what compelled you guys to switch from doing temporary lights yourself every year to the permanent lighting system?
Well, I'd say after years of being primary person who's had to climb on top of this roof, buying multiple ladders, having near falls, after I saw a couple other installations, what would it take?
Who do we think's more excited about the permanent lights and not getting on a ladder every year?
I think that would be me. I cringe every year when I see him and the kids climbing up on the roof.
And so you guys see this on my Instagram, but what you don't see is how much we leverage this video outside of just our Instagram page and maybe some ads. Right now, it's not even running as an ad because we're rebuilding it and we're re-editing it. But what you guys don't see is how often we use that same concept, which is testimonial style, interview style ads. Because what we'll also do is throughout our funnel and through like some of our text automations and stuff with people in our pipeline, we will send them that as positive propaganda because we don't want to just give them some generic clip on our website. And so like, step 1, we come out for an estimate. Step 2, you give us your money. Step 3, you never hear from us again. Like we don't want to do that. We don't want to look like everybody else. We want to hammer people with trust building propaganda. So you can use these type of videos in ads, but you can also use these type of videos as positive trust building propaganda everywhere else. So if you guys like this video and you want a little bit more help tailored to you specifically, you can join Home Service Accelerator Pro. At the time of filming this, I think 800 something people have come through and about 40 to 50 are coming through every month. So if you want to do that and join the largest home service community that is behind a paywall, and I don't hide that because I care about the quality of the conversations in the Discord channel, on the group calls, and everywhere else, you can join Home Service Accelerator Pro. There's a link in the description. There's a link in the top comments. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this channel. Comment what you liked or hated on this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.